Okay, sleepyheads, wake up. I'm sleepy this morning myself, but 28 degrees out there this morning. Dress warm. Jason?
Yeah, I stayed up late last night, 8:30.
I was up later.
Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on a Friday morning edition of Cooper & Company Live right here, Athens, Alabama. Got it going on this morning. Lots of stuff to talk about. First, we'll talk about the parade in a moment. Tom, Matthew in here this morning. Matthew, you was at the parade last night?
Yes, sir. I was there.
Yeah, it looks like it cost you your voice a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'll get better.
And Tom, did you stay home and watch all the ball games last night?
I did.
Yeah. You know, if I remember correctly, it was 5 years ago exactly last night, Athens won the state championship. And it was on ZTV 11. Just thinking back, but I think I'm correct. I rarely am wrong.
Yeah, okay.
We got a lot of stuff going on this morning. Don't text me. Text Gloria 603-4848. We got some things to talk about coming up momentarily. Frank's in here, Tony too. We were all working last night. I'm going to thank Martin and Kobe first of all. Frank, just let me do a quick survey here, then I'll tell the rest of the way. Were you warm, cold last night, whatever? What was the temperature?
I'd say 35, 36 degrees.
All right, last night when we were there, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Y'all keep that in mind. Tony, what do you think the temperature was?
About 35.
About 35. Okay, we'll get around on that in just a moment. Gloria's going to have the weather for you. It's going to rain some next week. This weekend looks like it's going to be beautiful, though. SEC Championship now is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on Channel 19 tomorrow. We'll talk more about that, too, because USA Today's got it nailed this morning. There ain't no way, but Bama's on, and Bama will win the national championship. Just me saying that. I'll be taking that day off. January 10th, I won't be here. I'll be sleeping till about 5, taking the day off.
30.
All right, let's go to the weather right now, and then I got some stuff. We'll talk about Rolando McClain and about what. How on earth does this happen? It's all over the news, but we'll talk. Thanks, Tom, for spreading that yesterday. We got the details on it. We'll talk about it later on. Coleman Dillon will be here later on this morning, too. Don Carter will join us, because y'all may need him right now this time of weather. And we'll kind of, I think we need to start selling those windshield, what are those shields you scrape your windows off with?
Scrapers.
To protect people that ain't got garages. Now, Matthew, you missed it yesterday. All right, let's go to the weather right now and find out. Today, going to be pretty nice. A lot warmer than it was last night. Hang with me on that.
Well, I'm just not going to be outside hanging out on the side of the road in Athens, so I'll be nice and warm anyway. And Don Carter will get our fire started again this morning. All right, 28 degrees out there. Yes, it is going to warm up and be much prettier a little prettier than it was yesterday anyway. We should see a lot of sunshine. High temperatures today of 60, low of 33. Tomorrow, your high of 62, low of 43. The weekend looking good, although we may see some rain on Sunday, carried on into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's about it. So get ready for some rain next week, and temperatures back in the 30s. 230-4988 gets Tony this morning.
The reason, Tom, you weren't out last night. You stayed home.
Smart.
Good for you.
You can watch the parade here.
First of all, Matthew, how are you? You sound like you got a little
laryngitis.
throat problem.
Yeah, I got something earlier this week.
Too much chicken.
So, that's not possible, you see.
You can't do that, can you?
Huh?
But I'm getting better. I just hadn't got my voice
All
back
right,
yet.
I don't mean to get on the News Courier this much or not, but I don't know.
Yes, you do.
But you will. Last night, I want to thank Martin and Kobe for allowing us to set up once again.
Thank you,
great
Brian.
hospitality down there last night. And here's the first sentence of the front page of the News Courier. Santa comes to town, friends of Ripley. What a float they had, too. We'll talk about it later.
Always.
On a clear and relatively warm Thursday night, 46 degrees, hundreds of local residents, visitors lined the route of the annual Reliance Bank Christmas Parade.
Well, I agree with the hundreds.
I don't know what parade they were at. Now, where they were sitting, they must have been in front of a friggin' heater.
Or inside
There
a
ain't no
building.
way it was 46 degrees there last night.
I would have thought mid-30s. It was cold.
It was
It was
cold.
dang cold.
Everyone said mid-30s.
I don't know who their
Maybe
thermostat
they
was
got there
regulated
early.
by, or what weatherman they were using
Not me.
on a relatively warm Thursday night.
Okay, quit.
No, where were you?
Do you expect them to answer?
Oh, they will roundabout way.
If y'all were at the parade last night, what do y'all think the temperature was?
Cold. Maybe they pulled up Athens, Georgia. Thank you,
Or
Brad.
Greece? Somewhere. There ain't no way it was 40. It didn't get 46 degrees all day yesterday, did it?
No, I don't think
It was
so.
cool.
And
I don't know if it did.
I don't know what the high yesterday was.
But In any way, would you describe last night as relatively warm?
Never.
No.
Not even in my
I know.
vocabulary.
I was just
Not
gonna
unless
say,
you were inside the house.
Not unless
like
you were
Tom.
Tom sitting
Well,
a gas
Rhonda
fire.
came in freezing to death, and she turned on the fireplace and stood there for the longest warming up.
See, I tried to
We
do
all
that
have
when we
3
got
layers of
home.
clothes on.
Butt freezing cold.
Dang. 40,
Frank just said butt freezing cold.
butt freezing.
Way to go, Frank.
Relatively warm, 46 degrees. Come on.
Maybe there was something in their hot chocolate. Made them feel warmer.
I think they're drinking more than hot chocolate if they think it's 46 degrees. I tell you that. We'll talk more about that. We'll have exclusive video. We had 3 cameras set up down there last night. Me, Brad, Tony, whole bunch was down there. I don't know what we got, but we shot everything. 46 degrees, my.
All right, move along.
All right. Congratulations, Hartselle Tigers last
Yay.
night. What a great victory. The best thing about it, did you watch any of the game?
I didn't.
Madison County got beat. I'll talk more about that in a moment. But let me
Oh,
see if I
that
can
was
find
sad too.
I got one great line here in the paper this morning. Let me find it. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I got
They
so
played
much
at
stuff. Y'all know it's
Bryant
hard to
Denny.
be. It's hard to be so informed on everything. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, well, come on.
We're talking about Hartselle last night. You know, they kicked 2 field goals. This is the best line of the thing. Gavin Marsh is their kicker for Hartselle. Executed 2 solid field goals, including, Matthew, a 47-yarder with 1:46 left to give Hartselle a 6-3 lead. This next sentence is the best one. It was the most impressive kick seen all year at Bryant Denny Stadium.
Nice.
Would anybody
Sign
disagree
him
with that?
up. Sign him up.
That's from Mark Edwards over at the Decatur
Was
Daily.
Saban talking to him after the game?
I don't know.
Really? He should be.
The most impressive kick seen all year.
And that's not even what the
yeah,
goalposts look like.
Yeah, they'd only had one of those up last night when they got down there.
When he kicked that, that's what Mac said. That's the longest kick's ever been made in any
That was
stadium.
wonderful.
Speaking of that, well, our
There might be a scholarship in there somewhere.
our resident deer killer, Clay, was down there last night. Styles, along with his dad and everybody, used to coach and play over at Hartselle, and he's got a little clip for us after the game from up in the
How
stands
cold was
there.
it in Tuscaloosa? As cold as it
46.
was.
46. That's where they might have been down that way. They might have been down there. All right, we'll get back on that too in just a little. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. Everybody's talking about this all across the nation, especially in Alabama.
Stupidity amongst us.
This is unbelievable. Alleged victim McLean had gun. Look at the picture. He looks like Will Smith to me,
Why
smiling
does it
for
say
a movie. Look.
alleged victim McLean? Why is he a
Well,
victim?
alleged victim is saying McLean had gun.
Okay, he said, okay.
They drugged this guy. I just saw an interview with him, and Tom saw it too on 48. They drug him out. The other guy that was with him, who played basketball with him in high school, beat the guy up. The guy they wanted to fight, the guy didn't want to fight. Well, he broke his nose, got him on the ground. Rolando, who was in town for his grandfather's funeral, and went Wednesday morning and renewed his gun permit. So legally he has a gun.
Just in time.
Plaxico Burress, New York Giants. I guess he's still playing with them, isn't he? No, that's right. He was playing for them. Jets. Shot himself in the leg at a nightclub 2 years ago, got 2 years in prison. This is a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor. And y'all probably know this as good as I do, but he got him on the ground. The guy begged him not to shoot him. Fires a gun right next to his head. One shot. The guy drives him, calls 911 and everything, but just unfriggin' believable. Mark McCarter's got an article about it too.
Well, look at how smiley he is in that photo. What a great guy.
It says here, according to Decatur Police, McLean held a gun beside a man's head. The man begged him not to shoot. The alleged victim was bleeding from the mouth and nose. And it goes on to say here, this should be a felony, but it's not.
Unfortunately.
Peter King, the respected Sports Illustrated football writer, sent out a scolding tweet that said, "And you, Rolando McLean, just shameful, in a town for your grandfather's funeral, and you allegedly point a gun at a man's head and pull, who are you?"
A thug.
Here's the last paragraph in this morning from Mark. It says, unable to embrace the opportunity of his future without returning to the dark corners of his past, Rolando McLean seems destined for a night like Wednesday. See, all this happened Wednesday night.
What a shame. So much opportunity.
He may not even get
Stupid.
suspended. I mean, it's a
He probably
misdemeanor
won't.
charge.
Was it because of the permit?
Yeah, sure it is.
Because it's
Like
legal for him to
Matthew
have
brought
a
up,
gun.
in New York, though, you
can't
can't
have a
carry a
gun.
gun anyway, can you?
I don't know whether, but I
don't
don't know
think
if
so.
they even do gun permits in New York. So
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm thinking.
the
I don't even
thing
know.
here
Tony, do you know?
Yeah.
I don't even think you're
I think
allowed
that
to
was
own
the
a
case.
gun,
You
are
couldn't
you?
have a gun
They don't
out
have
in
that much
public.
paper.
like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he had gone that morning and renewed his.
What does that teach young black men?
Well, it can teach you anybody.
I don't. How come it's always the young
Well,
black men acting stupid like this?
I think
know
the
I'm going to hear some
problem is,
complaints on that.
The problem is sometimes, you know, and when you look at Rolando's life, he doesn't have a father figure.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
the problem with a lot of the society today is we don't have male role models for these guys.
But he's got $20-something million.
Well, that
But
don't
money
help
doesn't
anything.
do anything in teaching you character or teaching you
Money
morals
can't.
and values.
Very good, Matthew.
And,
Money cannot teach you
and that's
character.
the problem a lot of times with some of these athletes. Talented guy, lots of potential.
Yeah.
But you know, and he had some great people in his life with Saban and a coach in high school and stuff. But that's why it's important to have moms and dads, and you know, that's why we've got to step up to the plate and do our job. Because if not, you know, I mean, he's got to take responsibility for what he does by all means, but he also needs someone to pour into his life and teach him.
But
So,
Can you
Why-
teach someone at that age? Or is it
You
too
know,
late?
yeah, you know, I don't know that it's too late. It would definitely take a lot of want to on his part. It'd be a lot, you know.
More discipline on
Yeah,
his part?
it'd take a lot on his part. I mean, it's a lot easier when they're 5 and 6 than when they're.
But this ain't the
25.
first time something like this has happened. This is like they got a timeline in the paper too this morning. It's like the third or fourth time something like that happened within the last 2 years.
So how do you get their attention? I mean, what's it going to take?
That ain't my problem with him. But here's what I got a good thing to talk about right now. This is the front page of the sports page in USA Today. LSU versus Bama, all but a done deal.
Good.
All. Let me say that again. All but a done deal. Says here, use what you will, living, breathing voters, computer, tarot cards, just put the two best teams on the field. They've got it. Alabama's in the clubhouse with 11-1 record. Number 2, they said basically, unless something, LSU got stomped by Georgia and Oklahoma State stomped Oklahoma. We're still in it. LSU'd be out. Chances of that happening, slim and friggin' none, okay? But Bama is in. Even the coaches of Oklahoma State said they're the best 2 teams in the nation. We had our shot. We didn't make it. They're good.
Huh.
Now, what time's the SEC championship?
3 o'clock. You know that time? That's our time. Also, in rematches,
Never going to let you forget that.
in rematches, in 80% of the rematches, the team that got beat the first time wins the second time.
We'll see what happens. So we've got a good team. I think we've definitely.
Oh, yeah.
If we get
All right.
back in the game.
Last story this morning. We'll
You
move
don't wanna
on to
hear
the
you,
parade
Brad.
video coming up in a little bit. This happened over in Fort Payne, Alabama. That's in DeKalb County. That way. 2 18-year-old men face charges after police say they released deer urine scent in a DeKalb County Walmart. Damaging clothes worth more than $11,000. How'd that go, Frank?
Not too good.
The retail chain sells heavily scented products referred to as deer bombs for hunters. The Fort Payne police said the security cameras captured image of the 2 people picking up a pair of the bombs on November 22nd. The 2 young men went to a clothing area where the bombs went off in the pockets of clothing. They were charged with felony. Here they get charged
they get
with
a felony.
They were charged with felony, criminal mischief, and misdemeanor theft. Each is free on $13,000 bond.
McLean only got a
And they don't know
$2,000
if they have a
bond.
defense law. Yeah, he shoots somebody basically and gets off.
It's because of the amount of the money. It's a felony.
Well, man's life's not worth $11,000.
Apparently not. There's a loophole somewhere. Sounds like a law needs to be changed.
Deer scent. That's what you want to
bet
do.
that's
Put that all over you and then walk in the woods.
What if a deer attacks you?
You know, I've got that video.
I know,
don't
we
where
have to
it is,
find
but
that.
Big on the Bubba. Y'all already remember that. I will take a break on a Friday morning. Thank y'all for getting up with us. We're going to show you the braid video coming up here in just a little bit now. Next week, come a week from today, we'll start running that in its entirety, probably about an hour and a half each, at least, maybe 2 hours this year, I don't know. But I do want to say hello this morning to Don Mansell, city judge. He is officially running for probate judge. He announced that kind of last night in the parade. That was his coming out party.
It was.
So we'll see what's up with that. But anyway,
Should be
it'll be a
interesting.
good political year. Yes! We'll take a break, come back with Z&E, and y'all hang on.
No one